All right, hey everyone. It's Sunday. It is whatever. It's day 4. I'll change that later. Um, and we're going to do some advent of code. I'm back at home, so that's good. And everything should be ready to go. So let's look at day 4. And let me zoom in a little bit more. Space needs to be cleared before the last supplies can be unloaded from the ships, and several elves have been assigned the job of cleaning up sections of camp. Each section has a unique ID number. Each elf is assigned a range of section IDs. However, as some of the elves compare their section assignments, it doesn't mean the assignments overlap. Try and quickly find overlap and reduce duplicated efforts. The elves pair up and make a big list of the section assignments for each pair. For example, consider the following list. This means within the first pair of elf, 2 through 4, and then 6 through 8. The elves in the second pair were assigned 2 sections, elves in the third pair were assigned 3 sections. One got sections 5, 6, and 7, while the other got 7 plus 8 and 9. Simply use a single-digit section ID as the actual list might contain larger numbers. Visually, these pairs of section assignments might look like this. Some visually, I see. But some of the pairs of notes that assignment fully contains the other. For example, 2, 8 fully contains 3, 7, 6, 6 is fully contained by 4, 6. In pairs where one assignment fully contains the other, one elf in the pair would be exclusively, so these seem like you need consideration. For example, does one range fully contain the other? Okay. So let me copy this and just put it up here. And we're going to make a data class. And then data class range, low is an int and high is an int. And then parse s, low high equals map int s dot split return range low high. Okay, I don't like map, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say low high equals s dot split on this. And this should be a static method. And then I want to return range of int low, int high. And then def contains self other ranged bool. That would be self.low is less than or equal to the other low, and self.high is bigger than or equal to other high. Okay, so that's correct. And that's what I need. And so let's say from typing import tuple, and I'm just going to say pair equals tuple range range. And now make pairs raw, which is a string, goes to a list of pairs. So this is not right. So let's say pre-ranges equals row dot split on comma for row in raw dot split lines. And then ranges equals range dot pardes. Yes, so yes, that was right, but return so that's Um, that's right, but I don't like those variable names because it's not really low and high. It's really like R1 and R2. And so let's say pairs equals make pairs raw, and I want to return len of, or not return, but let's just def count containing pairs list pair, and that's going to be an int. So that's not how I write this. I would say P1 contains P2 or P2 contains P1 for P1, P2, and pairs. Okay, so you can just sum booleans and get counts. That's what I'm doing. So it's going to be one or the other for okay, and then assert that count containing pairs of pairs equals 2. So let's run that and see if it works. Python day04.py. That seems to work. Okay, so let's get our puzzle input. And put it in day4.text. It's got 1,000 pairs. Okay, so with open day04.text as f raw equals f dot read pairs equals make pairs of raw print count containing pairs. So let us do this. 567. So let's try that. That's the right answer. Okay. So there's still a bit of duplicate work. Instead, I like to know the number of pairs that overlap at all. The first two pairs don't overlap. That overlap. Number overlap. So, okay, so that's easy enough. So let's go back here and say we need to add another method, def overlap self other range. Not range, bool. Let's see if it does it for me. No, so that's not true. Okay, so return max of self.low other.low is less than or equal to. So I think this is right. So let's think about this now. No, I think it's. No, I don't think this is right at all. So let's just write out the 4 cases. If self.high is less than other.low, return false. And if other.high is less than self.low, return false. So those are the 2 cases where one ends before the other begins. And then otherwise, well, actually, let me go back. If you have 2 ranges like this, the intersection is going to be the higher of the 2. So I think my first if max of self dot low other dot low is less than or equal to the min of self dot high other dot high, return true, else return false. Okay, let's just play with this for a second. For pair in pairs, print pair. Print pair 0 dot overlap pair 1. So does not overlap, does not overlap, does overlap, does overlap, does overlap, does overlap. So I think that's correct. Let's go back and say def count overlapping pairs. And here, because overlapping is symmetric, we don't have to do both of them, so I won't do both of them. So let me just should be 4. Okay, that should be good. My computer's running really slow, and I wonder if it's because of Copilot. 907. So let's see if I got that right. That is the right answer. Okay, so my first inclination on how to do this was correct. So stop it. So what was interesting here? Very little. I did my data class for a range, did my static parsing method the same way I do every day, and I wrote these methods for contains and overlap. It took me a minute to convince myself of the logic for overlap, which I got right first, but second guessed myself, and then it was just straightforward counting. So nothing too exciting, but it worked. It's done. I can go enjoy my Sunday. You can go enjoy your Sunday, and I will be back doing this again. All right, cool.